Hello, I am Dartha. Welcome back to Digimon Cyber Sleuth. We gotta get past the locked door. Did you arrive at the underpass? The gate we need to unlock is inside. The control panel should be beside you. Do you see it? Connect, jump into it, and unlock the gate. What happened? What? Connect, jump isn't working? That's strange. It's an electronic lock, so there should be some kind of network inside it. Perhaps it's just that you didn't activate the connect jump properly? Right, I think it's time I verified your ability to perform a connect jump. Raise your hand. Now concentrate. Now what? That's it. 30 minutes later. 1 hour later. Several hours later. 100 years later. What were you doing just now? Whatever you're doing, it seems like it's not working. Oh no, looks like I can't verify it. Well, it seems that you can only connect jump if you feel disappointed. If I were to posit a theory as to how your connect jump works, your ability locates a digital wave, piggybacks on it to the target's location's digital space, and then enters it. It can be a network, a PC server. It doesn't matter what the target location is. If it has a digital space, then you should be able to access it. However, there seems to be certain limitations when interfering with the digital wave. In other words, when you can, you can, and when you can't, you can't. What we've determined is that you connected before by chance, even if there are specific reasons why you're able to connect each time. Put simply, cause and effect are connected to the digital wave. Wait a second. How could you connect jump this time then? I don't have any proof to support my answer, but perhaps there were others like you who tried and failed to open the lock and were disappointed. Yes, disappointment is definitely a key. I've rambled on long enough. Please get this lock open as quickly as you can. My name is Tokomon. God, you guys are gonna overkill the poor thing. This Growlmon doesn't fuck around. Trivia: who is the beast-like Digimon wearing a long coat? No, Quancho Leomon. Tentomon! Do, do, do. Gotta place that yellow over here. Yes, I know how to copy and paste. Sorry, I had to step foot forward. More Tentomon. Boom, boom, boom. The door should be unlocked now. Let's head back and check. Enter another battle before exiting? Yep. It's the Takumi again. Do. The door should be unlocked. That's not normal. It seems you managed to unlock the gate, so thanks for that. Must have been easy for you given your skill. What? There's a bit of a labyrinth in the underground tunnel. What do you mean by a bit? Is there any sign of a Digimon or an eater in there? I see. It's strange to see such a small section of labyrinth. I know I said we couldn't know what we would find, but I wasn't expecting that. I believe what we have witnessed a special digital wave occurrence. It's as if some kind of current. I see. This is definitely a ley line. Have you ever heard of ley lines before? I think that's how you say it. There are many in Tokyo. They are also called dragon chains. Dragon signifies the undulating landscape, the hills and mountains. The dragon chain is what we call the flow of the land spirit. It's well known that Susei Tenkai, advisor to Ieyasu Tokugawa, turned Edo into a great feng shui city. Feng shui. It is said that he built a waterway and a path to lead the Chi. Sorry, don't know why I almost said Chi from Mount Fuji in Tokyo Bay to Edo Castle. Of particular note in this instance are Kanaiji and Asakusa Shrine to the northeast and Dojo Jai and Hai Shrine in the southwest. All big religious institutions. In Feng Shui, the directions are thought to draw negative energy their way. The shrines hold big festivals to purge and expel that energy. If you look at the lines that connect the Buddhist temples, Kanaijai and Sojojai and Shinto shrines, Asakusa and Hai, you'll find they cross right inside old Edo Castle, home to today's Tokyo Imperial Palace. It's really quite fascinating to see. Nowadays the waterways have been swapped out for rail lines and radio towers dot the north, east, and southwest. You could say we finished what Tanaki started, or Tenkai. Viewed from the eyes of current society, those rail lines and radio towers are artificial ley lines that supplement the old roads and waterways. Naturally, where you're standing underground constitutes another ley line running through Tokyo too. Not just any ley line either. The one that's believed to emanate from Mount Fuji is supposed to be run right through here. The man-made tunnel layered on top of it allows the digital waves to keep flowing in perpetuity. It's really a peculiar thing going on down there. That's what's producing this quasi-labyrinth you're seeing before you. Knowing that, those weird voices that people were supposedly hearing probably belong to Digimon, and else they're appearing as a result. I can go on for a while yet about this subject, but you at least somewhat get what I'm saying, right? Aha! I'll take that to mean you understood it well enough then. At this point your work is essentially done, but we can't exactly just ignore this newfound discovery of ours either. Why don't you go for a little further in and check things out for me? Boncholiamon's correct, not bad. Not here yet. Are Digimon gonna attack me? I thought it'd be a little later on. Nothing there. The tunnel just keeps going, you say. If it stays on course like that, you're going to end up in Roppongi. Which would mean, You know, this reminds me of something else I've heard about before. As I mentioned before, Tokyo's ley lines stem from Mount Fuji, which is of course not all that a coincidence given that it's a sacred place. And that energy takes old highways like the Kaido and the Tokaido to get to Tokyo from Mount Fuji. That energy joins up with underground waterways going along the highways that carry Mount Fuji's snow melt to Tokyo, flowing into the city together. One theory holds that the first place where that water appears above ground after reaching Tokyo happens to be where else but Nakano. Put simply, all the ley lines that flow throughout Tokyo could well be coming out of our own stomping grounds, believe it or not. Wouldn't that be amazing to think about if it's turned out to be true? We jump forward quite a bit ahead now. Stop right there. Don't go any farther. You're standing at the border of a municipality. Go any farther and you'll be in central government territory. That's a high we best not poke. Color me intrigued though. That's a hell of a thing to stumble into just walking around inside that tunnel. We aren't prepared just yet to pick that sort of fight. There's still too much we don't know. This little tangent of ours has gone on long enough, I think. Head back the way you came and regroup at the office. Now it's not as strong as we're used to. That tunnel is causing a digital shift. We should probably keep it locked up like that, like before after all. I have no idea how I'm going to explain all of this to our client. No matter how you spin it, it'll probably all be a lot to take in. I wouldn't be surprised if we come away looking even sketchier than we already do. Let's just let Detective Matayoshi deal with it. Some jobs are just best left to others. You're curious what exactly was beyond where you stopped. That makes two of us, believe me. Actually, while you were on your way back, I decided to look into it a little bit. Apparently, what you found was a Kamishiro research lab of all things. What a coincidence. Oh, don't be dense. I told you, that area is under the jurisdiction of the central government. That's not the sort of place you wander into for fun. If nothing else, it indicates that Kamishiro and the government have a tighter relationship than what we previously suspected. Going after Kamishiro could well mean that we'd also be ruffling the government's feathers. That's why we can't be hasty right now. We'll do what we can to repair and cross that bridge when we come to it. This is just a guess on my end, but I imagine it was Kamishiro that changed the password on that door and rendered it impossible to get open. They probably weren't counting on us being able to actually break in and snoop around. Knowing that it could well serve as our ace in the hole later, when the time does come to confront them, hopefully unawares. But again, let's not worry about hashing out the details until we have to, and just be grateful we have that up our sleeve if need be. On that note, I realize this case is technically closed, but what do you say about heading over to Roppongi for one more time? I don't mean on official business, rather I'm keen on doing a little independent intelligence gathering for our own internal use. Surely you're interested in knowing why Kamishiro has built a research lab underneath the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building here, right? So how about you just walk on through the front door there and see what you can find. Sound good? Boom, boom, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. You can go to the Tokyo Metropolitan building now. Oh, are you here for the tour of the lobby? Please come on inside. You must be confused. Let me explain. Construction on this new metropolitan building isn't entirely complete as of yet. Well, it was at one point, that is, until a major firm came in and it was decided that the upper floors merited additional construction. As such, while that's going on, the lobby here remains free and open to the public to visit. Did you make it inside the building? Alright, I get you. So they're all alright with you hanging around the lobby. Well, that makes our work a little easier then. Go on in. All you need at this point is a terminal somewhere so you can infiltrate their systems. Piece of cake at this stage, I say. So once you find a terminal, just slip on in and work your magic like always. Wish I was there to see it myself. Seems like quite the sight. It reminds me of the Tower of Babel in a way. Huh, guess I'm starting to ramble again now. Don't worry about me. Feel free to get back to work now. Well, we got this drawing my attention. There's a small digital shift happening here. Is something wrong out there? Oh, you found a terminal that's digital shifting a little. Huh. If this shift is weak, while still prominent enough for you to notice it, it could be a sign this place will turn into a labyrinth later on. Well, for now, try connect jumping into it. We have no idea what could be inside there, so stay on your feet, alright? Let's do it! I would like an ultimate Digimon by the time I end this recording session. Oh, he just has to go one more level. Well, two, but he's almost done with this one. Bug recovery, that would be good. Patamon has no defense. Boo, boo, boo. Detonator. Data is converging. Can I paralyze him? Well, he doesn't have paralyze. How about panic wave? Nope, I don't think he can. Well, paralysis. Nope. Makes sense to me. Erode terminal. Come on, here, let me try that. Will-o-wisp. That's not a good attack. Weakened himself to magic. So I should probably be using magic, huh? All he has is physical attacks. Magic attack. There we go. One more goddamn level. So you found an eater inside there after all. But you couldn't find any other evidence of note? You're not seeing the forest for the trees here, Takumi. The fact that there was an eater inside the terminal at all is big evidence in and of itself. Regardless, let's call it a day here. Get on back to the office now. That was probably hard work getting all over the place today, but thanks to you, I think I'm starting to piece it all together now. While you were out and about, I decided to measure the digital waves coming out of that building. And I found out that the Metropolitan Government Building itself is one big digital wave force field. From what I can tell, energy is flowing straight into the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building via the ley lines inside the Nakano Underpass. So that underground lab Kamishiro has beneath the building is probably controlling that energy flow. You remember what I said about ley lines when you were inside that tunnel, don't you? There are two things at play here, the natural energy flow from the Earth along the ley lines and digital waves emanating from a sea of electrons. If you can make a massive structure like the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building a hub for those things, then you can manipulate their flow. Why do they need to do it that way? Well, for one, digital waves might be invisible to the naked eye, but they have mass and therefore require a vessel. And the bigger the vessel is that contains those waves, the more energy you can build up. It probably also explains the new construction going on, as more space would mean that much more energy Kamishiro could stockpile. That extra energy would then go on to impact the building beyond the facility, hence the digital shift you ran into in the lobby. And with any good digital shift comes an eater, of course. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if that place goes labyrinthine eventually. But we don't have to getting tired. But we don't have to concern about that threat anymore now that you've cleared the joint up. On the other hand, it's worrying in its own way that things resolve so clearly this time. The fact that digital waves can be concentrated in such small quantities as to attract individual eaters and produce a micro labyrinth is scary. If you hadn't been there, it might well not have been caught until much later. The whole thing doesn't sit well with me at all. This case has taught us that there's technology that can mostly suppress large amounts of digital waves as they're built up and placed wherever. The deliberate and calculated nature of it all indicates that somebody's got big plans in the works, suffice it to say. This, of course, calls for more investigating. We need to figure out how long this has all been going on and just what exactly it's for. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we move forward, Takumi. We're on to something here, I know it. Whew! There's only so much life on the farm, kinda boring actually. Sleuth, rank up! Your drive is really admirable. Keep it up. One way or another, we'll definitely deal with Kamishiro when the time is right. There's a lot of action over at Shibuya Records, Shibuya. You've been there, right? Yes. Yes, I have. I want to digivolve into an ultimate before I end this recording session. So, who has strong Digimon? None of you. I'm gonna have to wander around until they pop up. And I don't think I can... Nope. Good news. They're pretty strong. At least against Digimon. Yay, it was quick to respond. Hooray! That's all I wanted. Back to the Digilab. You Digivolve! You got Metal Greymon too. Wargrowlmon! Yay! First ultimate Digimon. I am happy. Physical attack, 250 electric damage to one foe. Cannot move from recoil for one turn. Increases attack, defense, intelligence, and speed by 5%. Nice. And Gatomon needs to be an intelligence of 95. Yep. And level 30 yourself. Cubimon needs to be 5 more levels. Togemon is a while to go. Speed and intelligence of 75. Speed will I'll make it for sure. And Bergermon. It needs an attack of 75. About 2 more levels. But I'm happy. We got Wargrowlmon. An ultimate android Digimon known as Giant Growlmon. As its name suggests, it's super large with half of its body made of powerful chrome Digizoid. The 2 thrusters on its shoulders allow it to fly and engage in both aerial and ground attacks. Restraints on its jaw control its immense power, and an assault balancer extending from its back construction pierce the enemy. Its atomic blaster special move is an atomic attack launched from its chest. Oh yeah, I didn't look at his Digivolving stats, huh? Do that real quick. You can't Digivolve to a natural evolution. Because I have to do basically almost post-game stuff. Gallimon, Chaos Gallimon. Who the hell is that? That's Rust Tyrannomon. I don't know who that is. Maybe it's Chaosdramon. Yeah, that's who it is. Chaosdramon. Ability of 20, level 50. He needs the ability of 10. Well, we'll level him up a bit. And then de-digivolve and re-digivolve and all that shenanigans. Alright, thanks for watching. Check back later for the next video. Bye.